GLP-1 medications have turned my life upside down in the best way possible. Hello, my sweet friends, and welcome to Nadia Beez, also known as DIY with Nadia. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of an introductory video to how I came to start my GLP-1 medication and to start this channel up again. I started GLP-1 4.5 months ago, and the reason I decided to restart this channel is because I felt like there weren't enough people that I can relate to on this site. Are there a few ladies that I kind of felt completely in sync with? Absolutely. But I just felt like I wanted to be part of this community. And as somebody who has been on YouTube for a long time, I know what it is to be part of a YouTube community, because I know that I give a little bit of myself here on camera, and I'll tell you, people like you who watch these videos, and especially those who comment on these videos or on the videos that I put out, my friends, those comments mean so much. I have made friends on YouTube. I have a community. Now, my community is in wreath making on DIY with Nadia, and I wanted to kind of put that out there because the clip I'm going to show you mentions a little bit about, because I do home decor a little bit, I do wreath making, and so I have learned so much. That's why I wanted to be part of it. Now, yes, of course, I will be mentioning how much I lost in these 4.5 months. But first, let's take a look at a video I recorded only a week into being on GLP-1. Ever since I was 12 years old, I have been struggling with weight. For about 2 years in my 20s, when I was 22, 23, I got down fairly low to about 145. And that was my lowest ever. From then on, I got married, I was about 154, and then it just went up and up. When I was going through fertility, I was already like around 230, 240. And after that, it just ballooned even more and more. And then the big C happened. I was at home, I started my channel. Long story short, I'm a big girl. I am a big girl who is at her wit's end, because now we bought this beautiful house and I can't even walk upstairs. My knees hurt as I'm going up the stairs. On January 29th of 2026, I started zepbound. It's only been a week. The inflammation on my face went down. I lost 8.8 pounds, which is pretty much all water weight. I'm getting a little bit more energy, so I started walking a little bit more. But now I'm working on, okay, how much protein do I need? How much fiber do I need? I'm learning how to eat. I don't have food noise per se. Actually, I don't have food noise at all. But as I said, this is so new to me. And I don't know what I look like when this video is airing, but right now I'm scared. Whew. It took me a week to do this video. I was going to do it when I first did the shop, but I'm scared. I'm at my wit's end. I'm unhealthy. My blood pressure is out of control. My cholesterol is through the roof. This is my last thing I can do. I have tried everything. I've been on low carb on and off for 12 years, and all that's done is just kept on going up and up, because I had that food noise that would not go away. If I needed something, you guys have no idea, just the food noise that I had. And on top of that, I can put my husband to shame how much I can eat. So I'm an overeater on top of that. The last week that I have been on zepbound, I can't even believe what I'm eating, to the point where I'm like, okay, I actually need to eat. I actually need to think about what I'm going to eat so that I'm healthy, because I think I already started to kind of feel lightheaded a little bit. I'm under eating, which for me just does not make sense. But just with these 8.8 pounds down from the first week, the inflammation has gone down, and I am doing better going up my stairs at the house. The reason I'm recording this is right now I can't imagine looking skinny. I can't imagine being under 200 pounds because it has been probably over 20 years since I have been under 200 pounds. So for me right now, it all doesn't make sense. And I am really praying that this works out and that this will help me lose the weight that I so desperately need to lose to be my healthiest self, to be the best Nadia, and to have the energy to do what I want to do. I feel like I could be so much further in YouTube and social media and everything I've done, but that weight has just slowed me down so much. The reason I don't do home tours that much, the reason I don't do tablescapes, because when you do tablescapes is you kind of need to be on camera walking around the table. And if you see my tablescapes that I have done on this channel or on Nadia Beez, that was Coffee with Nadia before, you can see how much I'm hiding when I'm doing these tablescapes. I'm literally just like either showing my hand or I'm walking around the table so you guys don't see how big I am. My current BMI is 50, my friends. And if you look that up, you'll realize just how much trouble I am in right now. And hopefully when this video is airing, I am a bit different. But just for a quick review, all of this goodness is mine. And I have been working so hard to get rid of it, and everything I've tried, every diet I've tried, no dice. So hopefully this worked. The first sign that told me that this medication is super special is the fact that probably since I recorded that video, a week into my journey, I stopped taking my blood pressure medication. I kid you not. I stopped taking my blood pressure medication. That is huge from somebody who has been on the highest dose of medication. That I have a relative who had strokes and was taking the same amount of medication as I was. And I am completely off of it. That is, to me, is a miracle. For sure, hands down. Another thing is just living my life without that food noise. I will get into that later, but right now, we'll talk about how much I lost. I'll just put up my stats so it's easy for you guys to see. This is me being as vulnerable as possible. So I never thought I would actually be saying these numbers out loud, but because this medication is working and helping me through this, I feel like I can, because I feel like this is what's going to help somebody out there watching this video. My highest weight was 290 pounds. That's BMI, body mass index, of 53. Just for reference, here is a BMI chart. Now the obesity part, look how many sections there are to obesity. With my BMI being 53, I was obesity 4. That is the highest level. It pretty much goes to, after this, it's like 50 and plus. It's just you're morbidly super obese. And I cannot believe that I was in that category. I'm also very short. I'm only 5'2". When I started GLP-1, I was 283. And as of my last weigh-in, I was 245. And that is a 38-pound weight loss, which currently takes me into obesity 3. My current BMI is 44.4, and so my next goal weight is 218, because that'll take me to obesity class 2, and I will be very, very, very happy when that happens. I don't know when that's going to happen, and I'm not in a hurry. I want my weight to come off steady, slowly. I am working out. I'm doing all that I can. I'm drinking lots of water. I'm doing everything in a way that is by the books, how I'm supposed to be doing. When it comes to my skeletal muscles, I went from 18.4 to 24.5. Wow. But I did not wait to exercise. So the first week, I did get a jolt of energy, like I said, in that little video. So I started walking a lot more, and then I started to go to the gym. So I have been going to the gym anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. I make it work. You don't need to overthink it. If I can't go to the gym, I got a set of dumbbells that are 3, 5, and 8. And I work out to a YouTube video at home. I quickly wanted to mention the difference between working out at the gym and working out with the free weights. I was doing my research on it, and according to my research and Mr. Google, the machines at the gym are great for beginners. So I'm still going. I am going at least once or twice a week to the gym, but at home I started to work out once a week at least with free weights, because what free weights do is they work on your stabilizer muscle. Because think about it. You sit down at this machine and you're doing either, your bicep things or whatever you're doing. You're not really free with your hands. You're doing something, you're following the machine's, whatever the machine's doing. When you're using dumbbells, you're using your stabilizer muscles, but you have to be very careful not to injure yourself. That's why they say it's okay to start at the gym, then move on to free weights. And I'm starting very slow, and I really pay attention in the videos how those people, how they stand in their posture, so I don't hurt myself. Since I already said that, I'm also going to say that nothing that I say on this channel is medical advice. I am not a medical professional, even though I used to work in a hospital a long time as a surgical tech, but that has nothing to do with this. I'm not a medical professional, and neither is anyone else on these channels, even if they are doctors. You need to find your own medical professional, because this is a serious drug. If it can take my blood pressure down, this is a serious drug, and it needs to be, you need to have someone you can go to for a blood work, things like that. Or even telehealth companies, those people, they have actual doctors working there, and they'll look at your story and they'll work with you. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just saying I am not a professional, and none of these videos that I will be doing will be medical advice. What it is going to be is support. And I know that there are so many kind people out there, and I show you some love, and you guys will show me some love, and we are going to have a beautiful, beautiful community where we can help each other, and we can get this done. We can get stronger, we can get healthier together. And I hope you will take a second and subscribe, like, whatever you can do, so that I can grow and I can come back and do more and more of these videos. If you are still here, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Don't forget to comment, and especially if you have any questions or requests for videos, I'm there for you and I'll make it happen. My friends, just leave me a comment and I'll get to it, and hopefully you will see me again and again and again. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye, my friends. Mwah!